Good morning, everybody. This is Steve Fletcher with a trumpet for my people. Today is May 9th, 2023. And we have been watching leading up to Pentecost based on the sign of Jonah, 40 days before Pentecost, the hybrid solar eclipse in Cetus the Whale on April 19th and 20th, taking us to Pentecost on May 28th or May 29th. And this is also 1,290 days from the first case of COVID-19, November 17th, 2019, plus 1,290 days. 1,290 days from the abomination being set up is Pentecost. Also, if you look in the Strong's Concordance, Daniel's appointed time equals Pentecost. Daniel is 1840 in the Strong's Concordance. Appointed time is 2165. And 4005 is Pentecost. 1840 plus 2165 is 4005. Daniel's appointed time is Pentecost. So we have a lot of information pointing to Pentecost, which is also Israel's 74th Pentecost. From their first Pentecost season, they celebrated in 1949. 1949 plus 70 years, 2019, plus the 4-year delay of the fig tree, taking us to Pentecost of 2023. We also mentioned to you about the 21-day war in heaven from Barack Obama being in Berlin at the throne of Satan, the throne of Satan being the Pergamus altar of Zeus, which was moved to Berlin. The reason why Barack Obama continually goes back again and again and again to Berlin, where the altar of Zeus and the throne of Satan resides, where Adolf Hitler got his power to carry out the Holocaust, as the altar of Zeus was moved from Pergamus back in the early 1900s. And this is how the Antichrist, Adolf Hitler, rose to power and was able to carry out the Holocaust because he was under the power and the throne of Satan in Berlin. And so Barack Obama was in Berlin on May 3rd, 21 days, taking us to Pentecost on the Hebrew calendar, May 24th, May 25th on the Hebrew calendar. But there's another very important sign, which is a worldwide sign for Christians everywhere, globally. Millions and millions and millions of Christians are praying together and fasting for Israel for a 21-day fasting and prayer time called the Isaiah 62 Global 21 Days of Prayer and Fasting from May 7th through May 28th. This time was chosen leading up to the timing of Pentecost, where millions of Christians are waiting for Pentecost and praying for Israel for their eyes to be opened after the 21-day time of fasting and prayer. This article says, join over 1 million believers who will engage in prayer for Israel for at least 1 hour a day for 21 days, May 7th through 28th, for the increase of God's salvation promises and plans for Jerusalem and Israel. Some will pray alone and others will pray with 2 or more, as it says in Matthew 18:20, virtually or in person, in their home, office, dorm, or at their church, etc. A collaboration of several thousand ministries include Lou Engle, Jason Hubbard, Mike Bickle, and are calling 1 million believers to participate in a global solemn assembly, May 7th through 28th, to fast in various ways and to pray for the Lord's purposes for Israel and to ask him to raise up 100 million intercessors for Israel according to his promise in Isaiah 62:6, to sovereignly set, appoint, or mark intercessors who will remind the Lord of his promises for Jerusalem until Jesus returns. Isaiah 62:6 is an end-time promise that is now escalating across the earth. On your walls, O Jerusalem, I have appointed, set watchmen all day and all night. They will never keep silent. You intercessors who remind the Lord, take no rest for yourselves and give him no rest until he makes Jerusalem a praise in the earth at Jesus' return. In the first 3 weeks of announcing this fast on March 7th, over 1 million are set to participate in various ways. By May 7th, far more than 1 million who will engage in this 21-day fast in various ways. Some will fast on water, some on vegetables or juices, or taking one meal a day, and some will fast media instead of food, etc. Believers hold various eschatological positions. The Isaiah 62 website does not address any eschatological position. It invites believers at all positions to pray 21 days for Jerusalem and Israel. So we have a worldwide global call to Christians for 21 days leading right to Pentecost. The book of Daniel says, from the day you set your heart to pray, I heard your prayer, but I was detained for 21 days by the prince of Persia. And it was at the end of the 21 days of Daniel's prayer and fasting that God came and revealed himself. And Michael, the archangel, stood up. And this to me seems like the beginning of the Great Tribulation, where at the end of this battle, Michael stands up and Satan is cast out in Revelation chapter 12. So as we are pointing to Pentecost with all of the other things that we have shown you on this channel, everything that the Lord has revealed to us that we have done the best that we can do, even getting the Pentecost message out in as many languages as possible. Now we have a global call to prayer and fasting, taking us right to Pentecost. Is God speaking to his body worldwide to prepare for Pentecost? This is what we are watching. And so this is what I wanted to share with you. I pray you guys are all blessed. Everything that I've shared with you, I will leave in the description box. And all of the most important videos that I've shared in the previous days will be in a pop-up here at the end of this video. I pray you guys are all blessed. This is Steve Fletcher with a trumpet for my people, the sign of his coming revealed.